So I'm going to do some impressions for you now. This first one, this is my impression of a very paranoid guy calling a woman for a date. A very paranoid guy calling a woman for a date. Hello, Lisa? Want to go to a movie? All right, 10 o'clock. Meet me at the theater, and no cops. All right, now this is a superhero being propositioned by a hooker. A superhero being propositioned by a hooker. Hey, baby, want to have a good time? No. All right, now this is... All right, this is okay. This is a good time to be doing this. You ever wear a bathing suit because you ran out of clean underwear? All right. Anyway, I'm running out of time. I gotta do this really quick. There's ways to express yourself in life that you can only use in certain situations. Like when you're having sex with somebody and you make those moaning noises, you should be able to use those noises other times you're happy also, Like say you're at a job interview, and it's a really good job. And at the end of it, the guy goes, well, I'm very happy with your resume, and you're interesting, and I'd be glad to hire you. I'll see you Monday. Thanks a lot. All right, thank you.
Louis C.K. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm here with Louis C.K. How are you, Louis?
Hey, how you doing, Conan?
Good to see you.
Hey, Conan, how are you?
That's more like it.
Okay.
We need pep on this show. How are you? How was your Columbus Day? Was it fun?
Good. I went down to the village. They had a big festival. I like going to, things where there's a big outdoor area with lots of people. I just like stand. If you stand in a big crowd of people, you could just stand there and go, Jimmy! Billy! And nobody even looks at you, And I went, they had those games where you try to win the stuffed dog, and you end up paying like $200 for like an $8. I won these two giant stuffed dogs, and I was by myself, So I'm walking around with these things. I felt stupid, except for when I was at the festival, I was like the hero of everybody around me, So I was going, Jesus, look at that guy. Those dogs are huge. He's the best. And I'm like, yes, look at my dogs. And fear me. The clown with the balloon on his head was no match for me. But, but then when you get farther away from the festival, people start going, what's with the idiot with the giant dog? You lose your credibility.
You should have brought them on the show.
I would have.
I think the whole audience would have been impressed.
Well, I got in a big fight with the giant dogs. They have an attitude,
Yes, that can happen. All right, well, I'm afraid we're out of time. Louis, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Louis C.K., thank you very much. Where are you going to be really quickly?
Comic strip in New York City, Second Avenue.
I also want to thank Mimi Rogers for being here. Thank you very much.
Thanks for getting through the traffic. I drove here, and on the way here, I saw a bumper sticker on a car, and it said, tell your girlfriend I said thanks. Isn't that a little personal for a bumper sticker, really? A bumper sticker should be like, hey, I'm in front of you, whatever, Not, hey, I fucked your girlfriend. You want that on your car all day for whoever's behind you? Tell your girlfriend I said thanks. How does he know I'm not behind him just getting mad and crazy, taking it personal, motherfucker? I follow him home. I get out of my car in his driveway with a pipe. What the fuck does that mean? Thank her for what exactly? Wait a minute, you fucked my girlfriend? Then you made that bumper sticker and found me in traffic and got in front of me? Motherfucker. And I just beat him to death with a pipe right there in his driveway. And jerk off on his corpse. Didn't need that part. Didn't need it. Story was totally complete without the jerking off on the corpse. It's too late. I was at a bar the other night. Doesn't matter where because I'm lying, but I was... NPR. We always listen to NPR because we're better than you. And so we're listening to NPR at breakfast the other morning, and there's this one story where they kept using this phrase. They kept saying 9/11 deniers. They kept saying that. 9/11 deniers. And my daughter was like, what is that? And I said, well, it's a group of people that think September 11th was a conspiracy. And she said, oh, I thought they were saying 9/11 deniers. Yeah, she thought they meant 9 people who just ain't buying this 11 bullshit. Just a small fringe group, really. There's only 9 of them. But they still got an NPR, they got on the radio because they're dedicated. They protest every day. They're the 9/11 deniers. They're outside of the White House. It goes 10, 12, 13. Just know it. We are the 9/11 deniers. We know that 11 is a bullshit number propagated on the people by the man. Why do we have 11 when we have 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, 17, motherfucking 18 and 19, but we do not have a 1 team? What happened to 1 team? The government took 1 team and replaced it with some bullshit called 11. We are the 9 that deny that shit. Mr. President, give us back 1 team. I don't mean to offend any Chinese people with a stereotype, but... That's right, I'm Chinese, motherfuckers. I lived in Shanghai. I'm Chinese than a motherfucker. I'm a chopsticks and whatnot. Ha! All right. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Stereotypes are harmful. That's the truth. But the voices are funny. And I don't know how to reconcile those two facts. I enjoy doing the voices, but they're offensive, so I do them at home. I used to do them for my kids when they were little. They liked them. They didn't know it was a race thing. They just enjoyed, Daddy, do the friendly man. You want me to be the friendly man, little girl? We love the friendly man. He loves little white girls, too. Let's have some scrambled eggs. And then I grew up and I was like, don't talk about the friendly man. Maybe don't talk to your teachers about them. My kids go to public school in New York City, and all right, send your kids there then. Teach them that's what life is like. The teachers amaze me because, I don't know, this is the worst, here's the worst thing about this country to me, is that there's no more noble profession than to be a public school teacher. It's easily, please don't, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like where it's going. I don't recommend clapping at any things. You'll regret it at the end of the thing. In a democracy, there's no more noble contribution you can make than to teach in a public school. And in this country, the people that do that, they're fucking losers. They're just rock bottom fucking losers. And everybody knows it, but they keep doing it. New people are teaching every day, knowing how shitty it is. They show up, they tell them ahead of time, hi, what is this job? And they say, okay, here's what we need you to do. We need you to make children know math. Wow. Do they want to know math? No, they don't want to know it. You need to make them know it against their will while they're exploding sexually and Who are these children? Just whatever kids live near the building. How much do I get paid? About $10 every 4 years. What if I get really good at it? What happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Nobody notices, and you get fired, and you die alone. Okay, I'll try it for 25 years. My daughter's learning about Greek mythology, and she was asking me questions about it. She was like, Daddy, who's Achilles' mother? I said, I don't fucking know. Don't ask me that shit. I don't know who Achilles' mother is. Don't yell it out if you know it, please. It's Camp Amputees. Nobody cares what you know. She had a question about Achilles, and it was an interesting question, and I'll tell it to you. But first, the story of Achilles, real quick. Achilles was a baby. He was a Greek baby, and he didn't stay that way. But when he was a Greek baby, his mother, who was a goddess, took him into the river Styx, which is at Hades, the land of the dead, and she dipped him in the water of the river Styx because there was a magical quality to that water that it would make you impervious of any harm. You couldn't be hurt. It was like a shield, right? So she dipped him in that water to protect him. But she held him by the heel. That's the important detail. Held him by the heel, which is an awkward way to hold a baby. By the heel. Try holding a baby by the heel and dipping it in a river. You will never see that baby again.
I lost the baby in the water. I was trying to wash him and he fell in the river. I'm sorry, Miss Achilles, I lost your baby. You told me to hold him by the heel. He's asleep.
Achilles' mother's a Mexican nanny. It's a lesser-known character in the Iliad. Anyway, his mother, she was able to hold on, of course, because she was a goddess. She was the goddess of grip or whatever, I don't know. And she held on, and then he was protected, except on his heel. His heel was not protected, and so that's what we call your Achilles heel, your one vulnerable place. Everybody's got their Achilles heel. Achilles' Achilles heel was his heel. Like, literally. Anyway, so my daughter, here was her question. She said, how come his mother didn't just dip him again? She could have just dipped him one more time with the other leg in there. Did she just like you're like a sign that says one dip per goddess? Did you ever color an Easter egg? It's not that complicated. You dip it, and then you hold it differently and dip it again. Smart kid. I was proud of her. But at the same time, I thought, who the fuck are you to judge this woman? It bothered me. Because here's what the story of Achilles teaches me, is that if you're a parent, it's never enough what you do for these motherfuckers. It's just never enough. It's still gonna be your fault. How much more do you want from a mother? She dipped her kid in magic water and protected 99% of his body. Is any of it up to him? He could have just wore a big shoe and be careful. But he goes out in sandals, fucking flip-flops, and a sword and fights the whole planet. I'm Achilles because my mother dipped me. Finally, somebody got him in the heel, and he's like, Mom! Thanks a lot, Mom! Murder is a weird law structure also. This is not a sentence, didn't make any sense, but Murder should be simple because it's a binary crime. You kill somebody or you don't. They're alive or they're dead. It's one or the other. But the laws around murder are a little murky. One person can kill somebody, get 100 years. Somebody else gets 20. Why? What's the difference? Here's what they base your sentence on with murder. They base it on how you felt when you murdered them. That's weirdly important. They say, okay, you shot him in the face. But what was up with you, man? Like, what was going on? Like, come on. I think if you murder somebody, your sentence should be based on how old the person was that you murdered. That should matter. How much of their life did you take away? Like, if you see a 3-year-old girl in the park and you just kick her to death. It's a hypothetical. Fucking grow up. It's a hypothetical. I'm not asking you to go do that. I'm just asking you to just really imagine kicking a 3-year-old till she's dead. She do a lot of time, unless she's got like diabetes. You got to work it all in. But what if you kill somebody who's like 98? He's 98 and he's like in a hospice. He's not even good 98. He's in a hospice. You know what hospice is? It's like a hospital, but they don't try to help you. And say there's a guy, he's like 98 in a hospice. He's got cancer and AIDS and COVID. And he's like, and they just unplugged him. And right then you walk in. You should get like 5 minutes for that. Talk about their mothers. I was watching a football game one time, and this guy scored a bunch of shit, whatever, and they were excited. So they asked him about it afterwards. And the football player said, "My mom died last year, but I know she was watching my game from heaven tonight." And I wanted to be there to say, leave your mother alone. How dare you? She's dead. I mean, when are you done with your fucking kids? When are you finished with your fucking kids? Even after you're dead, you still have to go to their fucking games and shit? Leave your mother alone. She did her job. She raised you and it killed her. I mean, let her enjoy heaven. Don't you want your mother to enjoy heaven? Isn't that what you want your mom to be, just in heaven? Whee! This poor woman, the angels are like, "We're having an angel party. You want to come with us?" "I can't. I got to watch my son's games. He'll be very upset." Okay, good. He can't fucking hear me. When people die, it means they did their jobs, and you should forget them. That's what I think. Because it's unfair what we put on dead people. Are you watching over me? Yes, I'm watching all of it. You know, like when you see an old couple and they've been married for like 60 years. You know that kind of story? Everybody always loves that. The kind of people that always get applause based on the math of their lives. How long you been married? 60 years. Oh. Isn't that automatically wonderful? How do you know? You just know how long it's been.
For 60 years, every morning he tells me I'm a piece of shit.
But let's just say this is a happy couple, okay? They love each other. They've been married for 60 years. That's longer than most people really want to be alive, and they've been together that long. And now they're just an old couple, and they just walk together. You know when you see two people? And it's kind of lovely. They don't need anybody else. It's just the two of them. This is both of them. They just walk. They always walk somewhere nobody walks there. There's trash. Trucks. He's wearing a suit that is not a color. She's wearing a dress that's like a triangle, like a kid drew it. It's just fucking a dress. with fruit on it. Nobody cares. And they just walk every day.
It's cold. Yeah, it's cold. You want to go to the store and get a cracker? Yeah, let's get a cracker at the store. Yeah, buy a cracker. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
And then one day, usually he dies first. They're walking, and he goes, ah. Ah. And she says, Richard! Ah. Ah. Richard! Ah. And he dies. So now it's just her. Just Rose. And she's alone. Now she just stands in their house. Once in a while, somebody goes to get Rose because there's a wedding. Come on, Rose. Enter. Just fucking come on. Come on. Fuck, come on. Fuck. Just want to push her from... She lives 10 more years. 10 years after Richard dies. And then 10 years later, now she's laying in a bed. She's dying. Somebody's there with her on their phone. So Rose is dying, and she says, well, at least now I get to be with my Richard forever. Where'd she get that idea? Where did that come from? I've looked it up. No religion teaches that when you die, you get to ruin heaven for your dead spouse. Why is that fair? Who gets... Richard's been dead for 10 years. He's been in heaven for 10 years. And somebody comes up to him, hey, your wife is coming. What? Me just now? Yeah, Rose just died. She'll be here in about 20 minutes. They just gotta hose her down and tape the wings on. And then you're gonna be together forever. Wait a minute. Fuck. You said this was heaven. Why is this... I have a girlfriend here now. I don't want to fucking... She's the love of your life. She's not the love of my death, motherfucker. That's marriage. Marriage is a big deal. Marriage is a big deal. I went to a wedding the other day. I went to a gay wedding. I've been to a lot of gay weddings, which is not true. It's not true at all, but I did go to one. But I don't go to weddings generally because I don't like them. I hate it. Don't invite me, really. I think it's rude to invite people to your wedding. I really do. Nobody's happy to get that shit. You make it all pretty, and they're like, oh, fuck! This is gonna suck! Here's a helpful list of places to stay. Oh, great. I get to live in a La Quinta in Reading, Pennsylvania for 3 days because you want to get married for a couple of years. Nobody wants to watch you start your shitty thing. Nobody wants to see it. Everybody's in a shitty thing. That's what it is. That's what it is to be with somebody. You're either alone or you're in a shitty thing. That covers 100% of human beings. I know I can see there's young couples here, and you're like, no, we're in a good one. It's really good. Yeah, fuck you. Who do you think you are? It just didn't get so arrogant. Yeah, I think we figured it out. No, yeah, you're the first ones. Of course it's gonna get shitty. That's part of it. It's like going to a horror movie, and in the first minute, you're like, I think they're all gonna be fine. No, they're all gonna die. and you're going to hate the person you love right now. It's the way it works. Love plus time minus distance equals hate. That's just the way it goes. I'm not saying don't do it. You should do it. It's the best thing. It's the best part of life, love is. But don't be greedy and expect it to last. Don't be amazed that a butterfly died because you shot it in the face. Just fall in love, make a fucking mess. It goes shitty, you don't realize it till too late, and then you cry a lot and move on. It's the best part of life. It is. I've always loved love. This has always been my favorite part of life, is meeting somebody and going, oh, shit, that person. That's the best feeling. Now, why the fuck would that just, oh, yeah, for years, for our whole lives, just, oh, yeah. That's insane to expect that. And then it rots and dies. It's just the way it goes. It's like if you see a person in the park making bubbles with a big wand, you know, with soap, and sometimes they make a really big one and he goes, oh, hey, ah, shit, okay. That's all. You don't stand over, liar! You don't get mad at the soap stain. It gets so shitty, man. It does. Oh. Oh.
I have 2 kids. I try to be a better person around my kids. I really do. I try to change my behavior around them. Like, I have rules in my house. They all apply to me. Like, I have a rule that I don't curse around my kids. It's a rule. It does happen. You know, sometimes you have a stressful moment and you're with your kids, so you say something by mistake. Like, one time I was making dinner for my kids, and I gave my daughter a bowl of soup, and I said, here's your fucking soup. But, you can see how that was a tough situation. You're supposed to teach your kids right from wrong. I don't know, it's confusing, you know? Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously, because I don't feel like it. Just get up on a Sunday, fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care. I'm not getting... Daddy, who's Jesus? None of your business. Go back to bed. But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion, you know? I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world, and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won. They're the winners. So act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them. Because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves, like, every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything. A long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it according to the entire human race? And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year. Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a number. It's not just any number. It must be a very important number, because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3. Come on, everybody. 4. And now, come on, Africa. 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days. Since what? Since there was ever people, or since the sun did a something? Not at all. It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Since, yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ! Jesus! We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here, Jesus was here, Jesus was here. Everybody, scientists, historians, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus plus 2, Jesus plus 3, Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's like, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, I mean, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it, it's fine. We'll do it. The whole world. You ever watch New Year's Eve around the world? They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. The first is one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year, and they just wear grass because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017. And it goes around the world. Oh, it's 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese New Year? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey. See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y, a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part, is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because you know that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Ah, well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. What year is it now? 9. The fuck is gonna happen? I live in New York City, and it's okay there. I live in a nice building. I never lived in a nice place before. When I was growing up, I had no money. I mean, my mom didn't. Didn't matter. I was a child. But I'm not used to it because it's nice. There's like a pretty courtyard with flowers and a fountain with little marble boys pissing. I don't know. What is it with fountains? Like, all fountain sculptors are pedophiles, basically. You can't get a fountain made without
Can you make me a fountain? Yes, I'll get started right away. Oh, yes! Yes! It's finished! And it's just little boys pissing on the face of a Greek god that looks like him a lot. Piss on me forever! Anyway, there's one of those in the courtyard of my building. And my first week in the building about a year ago, I went down to the courtyard for the first time. And I didn't look too good, you know? It was a Sunday morning. That's my least presentable hour. A lot of, you know, just stains, just like, you know, food and me and whatever. And so I'm sitting there. So, shut up. Oh. Anyway, but so there I was. I'm sitting on the stone bench of this courtyard and feeling a little out of place. You know, there's these fancy doormen and stuff. And then there's this guy looking at me. I notice he's looking at me from across the courtyard. And he's all spiffy looking. He's got brown shoes and he's looking at me like, I could tell he was thinking I don't live in the building. He thinks I just wandered in off the street and sat in the courtyard. I could tell he's thinking of coming over and dealing with me on his own. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, please do that. Yes, please, come on. And I'm trying to look even more gross. And I'm like pulling up my shirt. And then I see him go, oh, no, that's not going to do at all. And he comes over to me. And I'm like, I'm so excited to have this thing. The confrontation where I'm not wrong at all. And he thinks I am. So he comes over, says, excuse me, do you live in this building? And I said, no. Because why not start there? I said, no. He goes, well, then what are you doing here? And I said, I just need to rest. I'm having a hard time. He says, this is private property. And I said, well, I don't really believe in that. You know, just the worst things I could say from his point of view is basically all the things I was saying.